Why is this real? Why is Black the Anime a thing? Why did someone go out of their way to make this? I thought TikTok was bad, but I didn't think it was this bad. And if you don't spend your time on TikTok, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, you know about Blacked the Anime. If you're in the anime community, you've heard of Blacked the Anime. Because he does not go a day without talking about Blacked the Anime. But I'm sure some of you other fans are wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Well, let's just say Black the Anime is an excuse for a 17-year-old Asian boy to say the N-word. And I really wish it wasn't. I really wish that's not what was going on, but that's exactly the reason it was made, because I can't think of any other reason someone would come up with a concept like this. Because if you're wondering, Black the Anime is the story of a main character who wants to get the N-word pass. He wants to be the blackest. I wish I was joking. I really want to say I'm joking, but I'm not. Black the Anime is an excuse for an Asian kid to say the N-word, to the point where he makes stereotypical black characters just so he can say nigger. It literally just devolves into that. I wanted to believe this was some sort of satire, but then I realized he's a kid. He probably doesn't even know what satire is, let alone how to do it. And when you see that his staff, including voice actors, are all minors, yeah, 13 to 15-year-olds writing edgy jokes about the N-word. Yeah, I don't think it's satire. He 100% takes this seriously and thinks he's the next biggest thing to Naruto. Even if he pretends he's playing a character, he's not. This is 100% who he is. And the fact that he thought making a story about saying the N-word was appropriate is crazy and really speaks to what children are being involved in. It speaks to what children are being taught. And it just seems like bad parenting. But, you know what? I'll ignore that for now. I ignore the fact that he wants so badly to say the N-word as an Asian kid for whatever reason. I'll ignore that and just talk about Blacked as an anime by itself. Because conceptually, something like this could possibly work. I mean, you have to be pretty talented to make it work, but it can happen. Someone could come around and make the N-word pass and actually obtaining it as a white person somehow, somewhere, and turn it into an engaging story. But I don't think the 17-year-old Asian kid on TikTok is the one to do it. Just saying. But hey, maybe he's gonna surprise me and maybe he can pull it off. Maybe he's secretly a mastermind with his words, but considering his TikToks, I wouldn't put my life on him, you know? I wouldn't put my cash down for this guy. But there's always a chance. Unfortunately, it didn't really come to fruition, because after watching some of Blacked, yeah, it's a very poorly paced, badly written, and just overall ugly show to look at. This is definitely the work of a child. It shows in every single aspect, from the edgy humor to the poorly drawn characters that very much do look like something you'd find in a child's sketchbook, you know, if that child was extremely racist and very, very, you know, appreciative, I should say, of black stereotypes. Because again, he draws big, black, burly men just to give himself a reason to say the N-word. Because if you're wondering how many black people are on this anime, the answer's none, because no self-respecting black person will put themselves in that position, no matter how desperate you are to be a voice actor. You know, I mean, unless you're 13 or something, which, I mean, the staff is, but I guess he wasn't willing to stoop that low to get black kids involved in this, because he knows that the backlash is way more than he can handle. No matter how much he tries to say that he's playing a character, he must at least understand that putting black people in a racist show about being black probably isn't the best option for him. But it is quite crazy to look at. So again, the art's not great, but there are certain points where the art suddenly bumps up and it's blatantly obvious he just traced it. But hey, it's better than nothing, even if I can tell that this scene here is just from One Piece. It's pretty obvious it's just the part where Sanji was smoking his cigarette and crying in the bloody rain, which is such a great scene, it had me in tears. But no, it works so much better in Black the Anime, where he didn't even bother to remove the cigarette. It is just so much more potent in Blacked the Anime. I really wish this was a joke. I wish this didn't exist. But the fact that someone thinks they can just go online and make something like this with no repercussions, it's crazy. Even if he is a kid, at 17, he's got at least some brains on him. He must know that there's something wrong with this. I really wanted it to be satire. Again, you can make it work somehow, somewhere. Jokes are infinite. You can make anything happen. Anything can be a joke if you're just funny enough to make it work and you use your own trauma and your own events to make it work. But just making a show fully devoted to just saying the N-word with no tact and no subtlety about it, even to the point of making a character called Todd, which is literally just as bad as it sounds. Yeah, this isn't the type of show anyone should be making, let alone promoting. Though I gotta admit to him, his promotion's pretty good. He loves flexing his money that he doesn't own. He loves putting up signs about him being on Crunchyroll, which obviously didn't happen. He loves that he's now part of Internet Movie Database, where he's put up his anime and it has like a score of 2, but it's there. He's done it. He's definitely good at promoting his crap. But that's all I can really say, because this is absolute garbage and I would not sit through any more of this. I am not sitting through this, man. And apparently he's announced a season 2, which, to be honest, it looks infinitely better. But when the premise is I am grabbing and trying to get the N-word past just so I can say nigga and see what happens, that's not going to be better no matter how good the animation ends up getting. It's pathetic that he's still going on with this and not trying to make a decent story. Hey, maybe he's trying to market this. I mean, I could see him going from like, oh, I'm going to be making the most edgy crap ever, I'm making Black the Anime, to actually making a manga. But you know what this probably does better? Going out of your way to make something as controversial as possible instead of trying to write a decent story. This is maybe gonna get him some clout, but we'll see how far it goes, because looking at his YouTube and comparing it to his TikTok, yeah, it's not working out as well as he thought it is. But hey, what do I know, man? I'm not famous. I'm not making Black the Anime, so what do I know about anime production? What do I know? I'm just a nobody. But hey, maybe his 13-year-old fan base can come over and teach me a lesson, because I am very sure they'll be in the comment section screaming about how amazing Blacked the Anime is, how remarkable, how it world builds and changes the way you see anime. I'm sure they're gonna be there waiting and ready to tell me how much of an idiot I am. But, you know, leave those thoughts in the comment section below, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.